They'll be back, Trina and the baby.
No.
Yeah, she's upset, what with the fire and everything. She's just lost her bearings.
No, she knows what she's doing. You know something? It's ironic. But when we both moved here, we both hoped that things would get stronger between us. You know, nice, quiet life, respect the neighborhood, decent people. But things just got sour from the start.
Yes, I know, Mac. I wish things had been different. But she'll be back, I'm sure. She'll have a taste of freedom and she'll come scuttling back to ask your forgiveness. I'm sure she will.
I like to think that.
She will. She'd be crazy not to.
I think you'd better have these.
Seemed brief bar after that. The school teacher was carpeted and no longer teaches.
He was thrown out.
Yeah, the whole educational system, as far as I know. Blames David for that.
What does he do now?
No idea. Cheers.
Cheers. Have you finished with this?
Yes. But I shouldn't throw it out in case David wants to pick it over.
Perhaps that's why I should have thrown it out. I picked over it a good deal myself. I'm beginning to see why David was so worried. Before the inquest was adjourned, some curious questions were asked.
Oh, don't tell me I can guess. Did he fall or was he pushed? That sort of thing.
Well, they haven't gone that far, but the hints are there, particularly the medical evidence. Was the position of the body consistent with that of a man who'd fallen down a flight of stairs? Well, could be a routine question, or not.
Let's see. Oh. Did he habitually appear on the public landing of the flats in his pajamas? I mean, what a rotten question. Kate made no secret of the fact that she lived with him.
Well, you don't have to worry about that one. The worse the row, the more natural for Moran to have fallen about if he was drunk, which seems certain.
Yeah, but why this question about how sober she was?
Did she ever drink much?
No, hardly much at all.
Who's Richard Lord?
What?
Richard Lord, he's mentioned in the report.
No, he isn't.
Yes, he is. Stop press.
Oh,
He gave evidence as the casino's accountant. Makes one wonder why such a man was needed to be called at all. Did you know anything about him? You said that David gambled at Moran's once. Did he ever mention a Richard Lord?
Oh, my God, I didn't know he'd managed to get a job at that place.
Why are you so upset?
Why? Well, Barbara... I mean, Richard Lord was the schoolteacher that had the affair with Kate's daughter. Oh, and any evidence he gives about anyone, anywhere, is bound to damage someone.
Are you saying that he was connected with Crossroads, too?
Oh, don't ask me how it happened, but he worked here for a while.
Straight after the school scandal, or when?
No, sometime after.
Did David know anything about his background?
We all knew.
Well, I don't understand then.
Have you a moment?
No.
J. Henry telephoned again about the garage deal. He wants a decision.
Also another heart attack.
What?
Well, if it's true that he's spending his convalescence telephoning from the Mediterranean on business.
Are you doubting his?
Well, David's putting it to the motel solicitor right at this moment. He'll be back before dinner.
We'll let you know, Mr. Ross. I'm sure they're frantic in the restaurant without you there lashing your whip.
Oh, good evening, David.
Evening.
What did our solicitor have to say?
You've been discussing the matter with Jill and my wife?
Oh, just for a few moments. Is the deal on or not?
What?
J. Henry telephoned again.
Oh, that, yes, the garage. No, as a matter of fact, I didn't mention it. It slipped my mind.
What exactly am I to say to J. Henry the next time he phones? Is it to wait until you have regained your composure?
I want you to arrange the alcove table for 3. Jill, my wife, myself will be in after a drink.
Certainly, but there is just one other thing I'd like to tidy away before I leave. Delays with the restaurant and bar accounts are becoming intolerable. We really must have someone on the premises instead of shoving the paperwork to Birmingham.
Yes, well, tomorrow.
It just happens that I know of a likely person who, through no fault of his own, is about to lose his present job. He could fill the gap. He has the added advantage of having worked here in the past. Name of Lord. L. L-O-R-D, Lord.
That is out of the question. Don't mention it again.
As you wish.
How did Paul Ross get to know about that?
Sooner or later, Paul Ross gets to know about everything. Ross digs.
Oh, actually, that's wonderful. But it might sound as if it is. What is it, half term or something? Well, it's lovely. Yeah. Look, I've got to go. Yeah, I'll talk to you then. Thank you for the lovely news. I will, with bated breath. Bye-bye.
Nobby said I can change the oil on that.
Did he now? Do you know how?
Oh, yeah, I've done it lots of times with Mac.
Well, that's all right then. How many pints? Check it out with Nobby.
Right. Look, it's only Mrs. Hunter's little car. I mean, it won't take much, will it?
Yeah, well, Nobby will know how many.
Right, I'll ask him.
And make sure you do a good job. Important customer.
Right.
Mum and Dad still in the garden?
Oh, yeah. Still chuntering on.
Analysis of recent events, I suppose. It's not every day you get a fire next door.
Once is enough.
Hi, Mac.
Hello, Kevin. I'm just bringing back the dish Kath brought round. Hi, Glenda.
Hello, Mac. Mum told us about your bad news.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Well, you know what they say. It never rains, but it pours. I'll survive. Oh, there was something else, though. Trina left a letter. You know, that business with her and Kevin was utter rubbish, pure imagination. The same applies to that kid in the garage, Carol Sands. Just Trina being spiteful. There's never anything in it. Never is and never was. Thank Kath for the pie. It was very tasty.
What's he talking about, Kevin?
This place is getting me down. I think we've got to go for a drink.
Trina'd never leave a note like that.
I'll talk to you about it over a drink.
I don't want to drink.
Well, I do.
All right. I'll get my things.
Now, David, if the garage business slipped your mind when you were talking to the solicitor just now, what did you discuss?
Kate Hamilton.
Oh.
So we couldn't get very far, neither of us knowing where she is. But I wanted him to clear it with her solicitor, just in case.
Clear what?
Well, somebody has to stand by her. Now, maybe she's got someone we don't know about, all well and good. If not, well, I suggested she come here till the rumours die down and she gets her strength back. I mean, you got on particularly well with her. It could be very valuable to her just now.
Yes.
What does she do here? I mean, might it not help her to ease her into some sort of work here? Keep her mind occupied?
That might be done. I don't think her old job will survive at the casino. The place will probably close down. Anyway, coffee for 3 in the bar.
I don't think I'm better. I'm half an hour late to pick my car up from the garage. So if you excuse me. Okay?
Coffee for 2, then. Here?
A telephone call from our solicitor. As I knew what it was about, I took the message for you.
You took it upon yourself to discuss that damn garage with him.
No, Mr. Hunter, I discussed Kate Hamilton with him. She has accepted your invitation to stay here.
Mr. MacDonald, are you? I wonder if I might have a word with you for a minute. I won't keep you long. I just wanted to tell you how disgusted I was with the way those animals behaved. And I wanted to tell you how sorry I am about your good lady.
Okay, if I see her, I'll tell her. Anything else?
Well, we've had our differences about one thing and another, but I wouldn't like you to think that I was in any way connected with that outbreak of hooliganism.
It's not up to me. What I think doesn't matter. It's now a police matter.
It matters to me, Mr. MacDonald.
Look, I think you've had your say. I'd rather you left.
I made it quite plain from the start that I thought this was the wrong neighbourhood for you. But there was never anything personal in it. On the contrary, not man to man.
Look, I'm not in the mood for a long discussion, Mr. Brownlow.
No, well, I mean, even at the Bowls Club, some of the committee were against having a black member. They wanted me to withdraw my support. I refused, on principle.
Look, what do you want? A medal? For courage beyond the call of duty?
Hey, now, hold it, Mac.
No, you hold it. Do you know what's happened to me? My wife and my kid have left me, and it hurts.
Yes, well, I mean, you
Do
can't
you
blame
know
me
why
for
they've
that.
left me? Because for the last 3 months, you and the likes of you have made our life absolutely miserable. Your sneers and your whispers and your letters and your poisonous telephone
Well, I
calls.
swear that I had nothing to do with that.
Didn't you? Didn't you, Mr. Brownlow? Did you once tell those snooty friends of yours that we're all brothers under the skin? No. It was your mutual indulgence of bigotry and hate. Oh, there are consequences. You may not have pulled that trigger, but you sure as hell made some of those bullets.
No.
Oh, that's your phony conscience speaking. Just listen to your heart if you can bear it.
Well, you don't understand.
I do understand. I know about pressures. And more than that, I know about pain and humiliation. That's where understanding comes in if you let it. Otherwise, there's no understanding, just hate. Am I making sense?
Mac.
Oh, just go away. Just leave me alone. And you can tell those respectable, civilized friends of yours that I'm selling up and getting out. Not because of their actions, but because I don't like them. And even if they were black, I still wouldn't like them.
Just give it a quick wipe over, all right? We're waiting.
But it's a special job, isn't it?
Oh, I'm afraid Benny will not be done out of his polishing.
Actually, it could do with one.
It'll only be a couple of minutes. Is that all right?
Fine.
Oh, good. Now, oh, God. Do you ever see such a mess?
Frequently. Tell me, does Rachel Lamont leave everything to you?
Pretty well, yes. When it comes to spending big money, I have to get the nod, but that's always forthcoming.
That's assuming you can track the gentleman down.
Quite. But I shall soldier on. With a bit of a vengeance, as a matter of fact, because overtime next week might take on quite a different meaning.
How come?
My friend Ashley's coming home.
What, for good?
No such luck. Just for a couple of days to get his breath back, by the sound of things.
How long does the course of his last, then?
6 months. It's a long time to be separated.
I know about that.
When he went away, we were going to see each other every weekend. I've been down there twice. He's been up here once.
I know. One starts with such great plans.
Don't you just? You never seem to find the time.
Done a good job.
What?
Polishing. Madam likes to see her face in it.
I got the keys. It's all nice and clean.
Well, let's hope it runs as good as it looks, eh?
Yes, I'm sure it will.
Right. One of your specials.
Right? Oh, yeah. So that's the whole story, Glenn. From start to finish without any frills. Me and Carol fell for each other, but there was no actual affair.
Why not? Were you scared?
Just didn't go that far.
Just told me you loved her.
I loved you more, Glenn.
Can I have another drink, please?
Yeah, sure. Miss, same again, please.
So is that why you went to Nottingham, then? To get away from temptation?
I went away because it was all over. I was upset. I just wanted a break.
And why are you telling me all this now? Because of Trina?
Partly that, of course, yeah, but well, mainly because I'm just sick and tired of keeping the whole business a secret.
You've managed for the past 6 months.
Oh, be fair. Glenn, you've got to understand that I didn't plan this. Neither did Carol. Neither of us wanted it. We met as friends. Just kept bumping into each other and, well, slowly...
It grew. Yeah, like Topsy.
Eh?
That's a girl in a book. I don't know, you make all this sound like a disease. Some germ called love. You caught it off her, she caught it off you. Innocent victims.
Then it's understandable she'd feel bad about it.
Bad? My husband's just told me how much he cares for me. He's given up the woman he loves for my sake, for my well-being. And for the past 6 months, he's kept it to himself out of consideration for my delicate feelings. Nobody could have a more loving and devoted husband. Why should I feel bad?
Gwen, it's long over. Dead and buried. I'm more concerned about the future.
So am I, Kevin. Do you really think we've got a future? You seem prone to picking up diseases here, there, and everywhere. Maybe you ought to get yourself inoculated.
Where have you been?
Nowhere.
I came in from the garden and you'd vanished.
I popped in next door.
Oh.
He says he's moving.
Well,
Putting the house up for sale.
he's very upset, Arthur. He doesn't know whether he's on his head or his heels.
He blames me, you know, for everything.
Well, you wanted him out, Arthur. You can't run away from that.
Yes, but not like this. I mean, not with poisonous letters, revolting obscenities.
Some of your newfound friends believe in very unpleasant methods.
You blame me too, don't you, Kath?
I'll make some tea.
I didn't want any of this to happen, not even in my wildest dreams. I wanted my own way of life.
And Joe MacDonald, Arthur? He works all day long in a garage. He does very well indeed. He came out of 3 overcrowded rooms. He wanted the quiet life, like you're on about. He just wanted to better himself.
You do think I was wrong, don't you, Kath? That it was all my fault.
No, love. You're a good man. You just got things a bit mixed up, like a lot of people.